So what have we got for you today? Well, it's called the crane beak cut, and it's a false cut which leaves all of the deck in the same order as when you start, but the added sex is that it gives you a glimpse of the top card. So if you're doing a routine and you get a card back, control it to the top, give it the crane beak cut, not only will you know the order, not change the order of the deck, but you'll know the value of the top card, and everyone will think you're a god. So what does it look like? It looks like this. You just say, badang, like that. So we'll go through the explanation of how to do it. It's quite straightforward. Hold the cards in your right hand and you use your first finger, ding, 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 to lift off a chunk O cards. And it's basically just hinging off your thumb. And you swing that slightly over and grab it in the, if you'll excuse the phrase, crotch of your left hand as you take it over like this. The finger comes down again, breaks a packet again, hinged off your thumb, and at the same time as you're doing that and swinging this over, you curl this first finger under the first packet and rotate it round. Now, as you can see, just the natural adhesion of your fingers means that the face, or the bottom card of this packet just spins out. It's just awesome. It's like, here is a free glimpse of that card. Now, obviously, this would actually be done up here at chest height. So, because, you know, when you do it like this, it's quite obvious what the card is there. But if you're doing it up here, you can see the index, they can't. So you spin that over as this hand comes over, takes the second packet, these fingers coalesce the packets together, flip over, drop those cards under, done. Now that's one of those classic things which it all sounds a bit complicated because it's like, oh, this packet, that finger, up yours and all that. What I suggest you do is just go back, follow along. I'll do it really slowly now. I'll do it in slow motion and you can just follow along and do it, okay? So it goes like this.
You take this packet over here, break, flip, take, flip, 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 flip.
That's the crane beak cut. I don't know if I taught it very well. I'm pretty tired and haven't had enough coffee yet. If you can't work it out from that, then email me at can'tbeasked-to-listen-to-you@hotmail.com. So here we are again, BBM TV, and we've got a competition for you. And this show, what can you win? This.
How awesome is this? It is an uncut Karnival Midnight Sheet. The cards are actually out of print at the moment, so you can't get the decks even anymore.
Is that annoying?
You're giving it a bit of the Rolf Harris there.
Yeah.
You
yeah. So yeah, they're out of, there's no decks, but you could have an uncut sheet, get some scissors and make your own deck.
Just cut them out. Perfect. How are we going to win one of these fabulous uncut sheets of this out-of-print deck?
We are going to go to facebook.com/Bigblindmedia and we're going to write down what is the best thing you've ever seen at midnight. So the best thing that you've ever seen at midnight, I want you to put it on the facebook.com/Bigblindmedia page, and the one that we think is the most hilarious or the least offensive will win that uncut sheet in a poster tube delivered to your door and then forced through the letterbox. So go for it. We want to see it and we want to read it and we want to do it now.
So now we're going to chat about something that's a forthcoming project with Big Blind Media, which I'm very excited that we've been working on, which is a very cool gaff deck system called the Trilby Deck.
It is.
Splendid. I thought you might offer some sort of insight, but never mind.
Is that not enough? I thought I was pretty good.
Basically, it's this. Well, I say a whole new gaff deck system. It's actually, it was invented by Joe Studhard in like the 50s, and he was one of the original Svengali deck pitchmen, that went around doing it. And he improved the Svengali pack, and he's combined it with colour changing deck and a stripper deck. So this one, system just does everything that any gaff deck you can ever want it to do.
It's hard to explain really, because you basically get 2 decks of cards, all of which have interchangeable elements, and it's such a clever system because you can basically use the elements of all of that in one routine.
So you could start off with a Svengali pack, do all your routines, and then suddenly you're left with an examinable pack that your spectators can go, shit, there is not 26 cards in here.
Yeah, right.
But then that's a stripper pack that you've rung in, or maybe a colour changing pack, which again, you can routine to leave you clean. So you start with a red deck, they all turn blue, and everything's examinable. There's not a single red backed card in.
Yeah, and one of the things we noticed when we did the project is it's that classic thing that a lot of really good magicians realise, which is you shouldn't overlook gaff stuff. Because sometimes when you do a load of things which are kind of all skill-based or with a normal deck, and then you suddenly ring in some gas for a bit, then you can just blow minds.
The most important thing of that, or the reason for that, is just because when you are using moves and sleight of hand, that is taking your concentration away from your presentation. Whereas when I don't have to think about doing moves, I just have to think about, I know the pack is going to do the vast majority of the work, if not all of it for me, then that's less important.
It's it's one of those things. I would definitely have a look at the DVD trailer and see kind of all the information about what the deck can do. And if you come see us at any of the conventions we do, come along and talk about it. But I think I've got a sneaking suspicion the Trilby Deck will go on to be one of those things that sells for many, many years.
I think, it's one of those things. It was actually Kmart Magic have the rights to it, and they've literally had them since Harry Barron had the business. So it's been in the Kmart vault, if you like, for sort of 50 years, and so it should have been an industry standard set. In the
same way that the Svengali and the Stripper and these other gaff decks.
Well, that's right. But the Trilby system will replace all of those decks and more.
Yeah.
So, it was a great project to do. We did it with Kmart Magic as well, obviously, so we produced it, and I'm very excited about it. And so were you,
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
And for Magic, that's pretty good for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, it takes a lot to get me beyond that. If there was more nudity on it, I'd be right up here. But, actually, I'm saying that, we shot it with you. No, let's backtrack all of that bit. So that's the Trilby Deck. Although I should say it's a bit of a rubbish name, but we couldn't really change that.
Trilby Deck. What's wrong with Trilby Deck?
I probably would have called it I don't know.
I dread to think.
Like the Death Ninja Killer Deck.
I'd bought that. Yeah,
exactly. So there you go. The Trilby in brackets Death Ninja Killer Deck available soon.
Now it's time for one of my very favourite tricks. We'll give the pack a little shuffle, and Owen, I'm going to go through the cards, and you can call stop anytime you like.
Stop.
Exactly here.
Please.
All right, take a look at that card, and make sure you remember it, or else I kill you. And it goes back into the pack like this, and we'll square it in. Now I've got the job of trying to find that card, and I'm going to do that using a process of elimination. So first of all, we'll give the cards a little mix, and then I'm going to cut the pack into 4 roughly sort of equal piles. Doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't even matter exactly, but I'm going to try and do my best there. And I'm going to turn 2 of these packets face up, leave the other 2 face down, so you end up with something like this. All right. And then I'm going to shuffle the packets together. Now, of course, this isn't the usual way of shuffling cards. Normally, this is just what children do, or the mentally ill, but they just shuffle all the cards in. So you have face-up cards going in to the face-down ones like this. I'll push these in here, and then those will be shuffled into here as well. So you actually end up with the deck of cards all kind of in all manner of directions and all that kind of thing. So now I need to find out what your card was, and I'm going to do that with just one riffle of the pack, and hopefully all the cards sort themselves out for me, with the exception of one in the centre, which is the 6 of hearts. Owen, did you choose the 6 of hearts?
I did.
That's absolutely perfect. You know what? I was sure you'd chosen a heart, but I wasn't sure which one you'd chosen, so I'm glad I got it right. Had you not chosen the 6, though, I'm sure we could have worked something out, because with just a little riffle, all the other hearts turn up in numerical order. The ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 6, but the 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, and king of hearts. don't know what to say.
I never know what to say.
Okay.